Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 random run. Hope you're all doing well. Let's just jump right in and see what character we get. We're going to take a random character and random weapon and try to beat Danger 5 with it, and we've gotten the Crazy. This is one of my favorite classes. I don't remember what weapons I've done with the Crazy, to be honest, so I'm just going to roll randomly and just see what we get. Overall. Alright, we got the Crazy with Shurikens. I think this might be what I did for my class guide, but honestly, the class guides were so long ago, I did them like more than 6 months ago, that my play has changed a lot since then, so even if we duplicate a combo, it's not something that I'm super worried about, and this is just going to be a really fun run anyways, so let's do it. The Crazy gets bonus attack speed and a knife, as well as 100 range with precise weapons, which doesn't matter that much for the Shuriken because it's already ranged, but in general, Shuriken with the bonus attack speed from the Crazy is going to be a powerful build anyways. We're going to sell the knife as soon as we can. Shuriken gets the bounces on critical hits, so it works very well with precise damage, or with, with the precise weapon tag that it already has, but very well with lifesteal in general. The one thing about the Shuriken that is hard to see at first is that it is a ranged weapon, but it scales off of melee damage. So we're going to buy melee damage for this weapon, and that will increase the damage scaling of our Shurikens. Very happy to just pick up 5 harvesting at the beginning. That's always good to get, so we will do that for sure. I'm going to sell out of this knife immediately, and then we've got our Shuriken. Notice that it has a 25% damage scaling with the sword, meaning it scales with melee damage, so we are looking for more of that. We'll take the weird food, we'll lock that, buy a Shuriken. Shuriken's also very cheap. It only costs 14 at level 1, which is awesome for a weapon like this. We'll buy this. Goat Skull we would definitely want if it didn't reduce our crit chance, but we want our crit chance as high as possible. Yet another Shuriken, and then we will roll again. I'll lock the Broken Mouth. It's a very efficient item, and I'll roll one more time to see if I can lock another Shuriken. Missed, but 4 is still not bad for our first wave. It's even more important to get your weapon set online with Shuriken, because that increases your crit chance, which increases the number of bounces you get, which increases your clear speed, because the more critical hits you get, both you kill the enemies faster because you're doing more damage, but also each critical hit gives you more attacks total. So increasing our crit chance with the precise tag early is very important. We'll take 10 luck here, always good to get luck early on, and we will buy another Shuriken, roll again and buy another Shuriken, and then we will roll again, and roll one more time, and lock the last Shuriken. Very happy to see 7 weapons in the first shop, and that's one of the advantages of a very cheap weapon like Shuriken, is that you can get lots of them because you'll have the money to buy them, and then still roll aggressively. At this point, the only things that we're really looking for are just economy, so we're looking for harvesting, we're looking for luck, we are looking for melee damage. Our clear speed is good right now, but definitely could be better. Oops, it walked right into that guy. We want to get our lifesteal up to about 15% or so, 10 to 15%. Similar to a slingshot build with the bounces, you can... the bounces mean that your lifesteal happens much more reliably, so you can definitely get away with lower total lifesteal than if you didn't have the bouncing attacks. Gentle Alien, awesome. More enemies means more enemies to hit. I'm not going to bother to increase our dodge. We start with minus 30 dodge, so that's just not something that we're ever going to try to build. So I'll roll and see if we can get an economy upgrade like harvesting. And then just because it's level 2, I'll take the lifesteal here. Here we can upgrade our Shuriken. I will buy the... I guess we can afford both of these, and we'll lock a blindfold. And I'll roll. We're guaranteed to see 1 weapon in this shop, so we can potentially lock yet another Shuriken. Little movement speed would definitely be helpful. Also something to keep an eye out for when you're a bouncing weapon build like this is Baby Gecko, or even just Alien Tongue, just any way to pick up materials more reliably. As you can see, we're leaving a lot of materials on the ground, which does hurt your shops when you have fewer materials. A little bit of flat melee damage would go a long way as well, as would some attack speed, but overall the best thing that we've gotten is just boosting our weapon set very early. We have a weird food already, so I'm considering taking this alien worm, it reduces our consumable healing down to only 4, but that's not a huge portion of our healing on this build. We've already got 2 lifesteal as well, and we do need the max HP, so while normally you won't ever see me take this item, in this spot when it only cost me 6, I think I will take it. Here, we'll just go with 10 more luck, I think. I could roll for harvesting as well. This is our 5th level, so we're guaranteed to see a level 2 upgrade. And so if I roll for harvesting, we'll get to 23, which means it'll start increasing by 2 per wave. But I think just getting the luck early as well is good. I'm going to roll... I do like the 2% lifesteal, but I think we want something that increases our damage more. Unfortunate that we only found a level 1 melee damage, but I think it's worth investing in that pretty early on this character. Even though the scaling is pretty bad on melee damage, we do need to boost it in order to have our shurikens actually do stuff. We will take all of these and then roll again, try to lock another shuriken. We're going to skip the pocket factory this time. There's a few more things that we really need early, so I'm going to focus on those instead. Blindfold I still bought, because 60 for 5% crit chance, even if we're not using the dodge, is still good. So, you may be wondering why we bought Blindfold on a character that can't use the dodge, but the bonus crit chance is just still good for us. Sharp Bullet would be incredible. Just any form of piercing is really good on these ranged bouncing attack characters. We actually have reasonable max HP for this wave. Obviously, it could be better, but right now we're just trying to focus on damage as much as possible, though I'll still take more luck when it's offered. Take the shuriken, take the defective steroids. Lumberjack shirt is pretty good because our individual attacks are not amazing, so killing trees faster actually matters a lot. And then here, will I get more value out of the shuriken or the gentle alien? I think we clear fast enough, I'll get more value out of taking gentle alien, but of course we'll lock another leveled up shuriken. Shuriken levels incredibly well because the damage scaling goes up and the number of bounces goes up. So not only are they doing more damage, it's multiplying that damage significantly because it's applying more times. The one downside is that of this weapon set, of course, is that we don't have great single target damage, so we are going to have a slightly harder time killing like this loot alien and elites that spawn. Had to chase that guy down for a while to actually get him, but we did. Took a couple hits there, so I do need to be a little bit more careful with my positioning. I'll recycle padding because it's trash, and we will take the Ugly Tooth. I do need to increase my movement speed as well, but Ugly Tooth is quite good because it's going to let us relatively safely hit elites and stuff. We have 10% damage, but 12% more would be good, but I think we just want the crit chance here. The increased crit chance is really important for this character, and then we will upgrade our shurikens. Buy a helmet as well, because we currently have no defensive stats, so even 1 armor is good, and the hedgehog will also increase our damage, so we'll buy that. I think we can get away with Weird Ghost here. It's wave 7, we have only 2% lifesteal, but pretty reliable lifesteal with 6 level 2 shurikens. And then I will do one more reroll. I will lock the metal plate, but I don't think we're going to lock the charcoal. It's just a very expensive way to buy 2 melee damage. So hoping that we can use even just our 2% lifesteal to give us a little bit of HP or our very high luck and consumable healing. Getting a little unlucky on our HP. I mean, 2% lifesteal obviously isn't that much, but we didn't get that much healing. We should be able to let the slashers hatch because we have bouncing shots. We can target them down and not lose wave clear because our attacks will just bounce to the rest of the field anyways. But it's very hard to actually let the eggs hatch because our attacks are bouncing randomly, so they're just killing stuff before the eggs actually manage to hatch. And it's more important that I be constantly attacking than that I manage to let them hatch. I will take 5 harvesting here. It's a little late to take a level 1 harvesting, but that gets us to 21, so it still is worth picking up. And then here, I really want the luck, but I also really want both the move speed and the crit chance. I think we can get away with one more economy level. Now we do have to start buying other stuff, though. Buy this and this, just for some more defensive stats. Insanity, still really good for us as well, just increasing our crit chance. You can see we have currently a 71% chance on our level 2 shurikens, and our level 3s still have a 71% chance, because the crit chance doesn't go up, but the other stats do, the bouncing and the damage scaling. We'll buy another level 1 Shuriken, and then Riposte, not amazing for this character, but we're kind of desperate for melee damage, so maybe I buy it anyways. No, I think that's just too expensive. What we would love more than anything else on this character at this point is like a mastery, something like that, just a big boost to our melee damage, or just finding a couple level 2 or 3 upgrades. We really don't need much, but we need some. That and some movement speed before we hit the elites, but I wanted to buy the luck there because we're going into Wave 9 soon, and Wave 9 you can often get a lot of crates from if you have reasonable luck, and so that will just be a huge boost to our economy. As well, we're about to get a bunch of levels from Wave 9. This is a bouncing shots build, so we should have very good farming potential in Wave 9. So all those things together are going to help out a lot. Let's recycle the scope because we don't use range damage. I'm going to just take the book. It's only worth 5, and this is a unique for fairy if we get that. And then here, 10 harvesting would be good, but I have to take 4 melee damage. Our melee damage is so low right now, I think we just need to grab it. I'm going to roll past all of these. Peaceful Bee would be okay, but I think we just need damage more than anything else right now. We'll take the Shuriken. We'll of course take Tentacle. That's one of the great things about being in a crit build, is you get healing off of Tentacle. And then we will upgrade another Shuriken and buy a Bat. The minus harvesting is a little unfortunate, but lifesteal is still good. Alloy, I don't know if I want it. It's very expensive for 3 melee damage and 5 crit chance, but we don't care about losing the dodge at all, so I think 150 on Alloy is still good. And then our items cost less than 50. Some of our level 1 items cost less than 50, so it's worth re-rolling here just to absolutely maximize our farm speed on Wave 9, and we get to upgrade our Shurikens. Still need movement speed, but that's the main thing that we're missing. Now that we were able to upgrade our melee damage a little bit, we're feeling a lot better. A piercing shots item would also go a long way towards increasing our wave clear. I haven't checked if we have an elite or a horde first. I should definitely check that, because that will determine our play a little bit. If we have an elite first, we may want to invest more in lifesteal, just to stay alive. And if we have a horde first, we may just want to invest in wave clear so we can farm as best as possible. Always important to check those, especially as you get close to those waves, which you have first, because you're going to want to prioritize different things depending on which you have. Coming up. Made 535 on this wave, which isn't amazing, but obviously could be worse. Very happy to take a defective steroids. We want that. And given that it was offered for cheap, I'll take the goat skull. We still do need lots of melee damage. And then here, movement speed would be great, but a level 3 damage upgrade when we only have 4% damage I think is too much to pass on. Level 4 crit chance, very nice. We'll take that for sure. Alloy, Recycling Machine, and Lemonade are all excellent here. So now we have 89% to crit with our level 3 shurikens, and it's just about to get better too, because we'll take the Tentacle. This does hurt our harvesting a lot to buy Blood Leech, so I think I'll pass on it and roll. I'm looking for more damage more than I am looking for lifesteal, because we do have a horde next, so I just want to maximize my wave clear. And then one more reroll to see if we can get anything good this wave. And we'll take a bag for sure and lock a Shady Potion. It is very rare that you'll see me at wave 10 with minus 5% move speed, I have to say. But that's just how the shops are broken here. And this type of build, you really do need to prioritize damage very aggressively because, as you can see, we're critting for 30, which is not that much, even after having prioritized damage pretty heavily. Shuriken is pretty bad at individual, like, single target damage, so you really want to be very aggressive about boosting that in order to make sure that you're actually killing enemies. Still would love more baby geckos. We'll definitely chase down this loot alien. Or an alien tongue, something like that. The amount of materials we're leaving on the ground is obviously troublesome. We'll recycle white flag, and I'll take charcoal. This is fairly expensive. You know, spending 30 and losing 2 harvesting is expensive melee damage, but we need it. And, ooh, attack speed is also really important, but I think we'll just take the flat damage. Buy this, and we'll definitely buy silver bullet, and I'll roll. We'll take another helmet. Maybe I can't get away with helmet with minus 6% speed. I think we'll pass on it. And we'll take weird food. We will take head injury. We'll roll again. Lure is great, of course, so we'll grab that. And that's it. Going to wave 11. Yeah, I really need attack speed as well. It's funny how many stats we need in this run. This is not like that difficult to run, but it does require sort of specific stats purchases in specific orders, I think. You really need to get your flat damage to the point where it's actually killing things, and then you can start buying other stats more aggressively. Try to kill that loot alien. Wave 11 is really good for bouncing shots builds, too, because the rib cages you can always just hit, and as long as you have one, like, high health enemy to be bouncing shots off of, you can be clearing the wave very quickly. Because the whole point of this character is that we want to be constantly attacking, and then our weapons will just take care of clearing the waves for us as long as we're firing them. Sad tomato, we're not going to take. The regeneration, it wouldn't be bad, but I think we don't need it, and 66 materials is just a lot. And again, I will take Goat Skull. We'll need to rebuild our crit chance a little bit, but it's very high. I'm going to roll here. This is our level 15 upgrade, and we're guaranteed to see a level 3, and I'm going to try to find a movement speed. I'll do one more reroll here. Okay, we did get a movement speed. It's just so important that we get our speed back to a reasonable level. Although I am about to decrease it again because of Warrior Helmet, which is just too good to pass up on. Sunglasses, we currently are at 90% crit. I don't think I need the sunglasses because we can, once we level our shurikens, we'll be at 100% crit. Because they do gain some crit chance per level. So I think we'll pass on the sunglasses, we'll buy the broken mouth here, and then we'll take mouse, an incredible find for us. Wish I had 4 more materials so I could buy it. Because if we could have gotten it a level earlier, it would have been worth a lot. Even though we immediately bought the helmet and decreased our speed, it still feels so much smoother to play with like minus 2% speed than it does with minus 8% speed. Though I am going to still have to roll fairly aggressively for more movement speed. This is a Horde wave, so you can see we're trying to clear large groups of enemies, which this build is quite adept at, as long as we have the damage for it. More attack speed would go a really long way for us as well. Something like community support would be one of the best things we could find. Very happy to have the warrior helmet also. even though we're slower. Just, we were inevitably taking some damage there, so having the armor really went a long way. Take the mastery here, and then I think it's too late for harvesting. I don't think we need more luck. I'm going to reroll, see if we can do better. And yeah, we'll just take 10% attack speed. That's better than either of those. Mouse and Beanie, both great finds. We don't need the medical turret. We'll just buy more lifesteal. I don't think we need Cyberball at all. We have good luck, so it is mildly tempting. And it's only 84, but we have so much spread out damage already, I just don't think we need it. We'll take the tree, and then we'll reroll here. Wandering Bot, I don't think we need either. We'll reroll again and upgrade our Shurikens. That's pretty nice. And our rerolls are costing 40, so we're definitely passing now. The Beanie was a great find. Now our movement speed is much more tolerable. I still want to get to plus 10 or plus 20 before we fight an elite, but for non-elite waves, it's fine to be at 0 or even at negative, although I still think you should try pretty hard to avoid negative move speed. Especially before you're, like, very familiar with the game and confident in your movement. Obviously, we are critical hit tagged and haven't seen a hunting trophy. And, you know, we have like 100% crit chance. So hunting trophy would be worth thousands of materials. So that's a little bit sad for sure. Whenever you're doing a precise weapon build, that's the #1 item you're looking for. Oh, there's a loot alien that spawned right over there, but we couldn't get it in time. I think I will pass on the Blood Leech again. 2% lifesteal is just not worth that much for us right now. 66 materials and the better harvesting is probably worth more. We'll recycle the snake as well. I guess just more flat melee damage. At this point, our flat damage is starting to outpace our other damage, but it's a level 3 upgrade, so we'll grab it. Power generator, definitely not amazing given our very low movement speed, but we will probably increase that, so I'll buy the power generator on spec, and immediately rewarded because we found the fin, so now it's giving us damage, and our lifesteal's better. We'll take the broken mouth as well. Roll here. Wheelbarrow will still pay for itself just fine, so we're going to grab that. We don't need tardigrade, because we're kind of a healing build anyways, and then we can upgrade to a level 4 Shuriken. 94% chance to crit, so we're looking for 6 more critical hit chance, and I will also lock the defective steroids as well. This fin was great. Of course, losing luck is always a little sad, but now we move much more quickly, and that makes me happy. Wave 14, always a little bit difficult, especially with a Horde for a bouncing shots build, because we're going to be... There's no way we can avoid killing the spawners, so the slugs are always going to be making summons. But we have enough healing that we can pretty quickly recover from any damage we take, so we shouldn't be in too much danger. This loot alien is hiding in the middle of all the enemies. It's irritating me. Where did it go? Right in the middle here. And it was getting healed by one of the healers. We did get it, so made it through, but that did cost me some wave clear there. I'll take the spicy sauce when it's free. I think just 3 HP is worth 62. We'll recycle the pencil, and I don't really need a range at all. I'm going to recycle that for 42. 3% crit chance wouldn't be bad, but we have 57 luck. We can get a level 2 upgrade. That we actually want. Let's take 12 max HP. Buy this. Baby elephant, not terrible. But I think, again, we're just going to focus on the damage from our shurikens. Take the HP here and roll. I'm really looking for just attack speed is the thing that I want more than anything else. Sharp Bullet was a great find, though. The game keeps trying to give me wisdom. You usually should not buy wisdom. It's very bad against elites, so I don't like buying it. And then Poisonous Tonic, an excellent find, just really good for this character. So I'll take that, and I will lock all of these others. Fairy is 207, and we don't really need the healing, but it's still just very good. it will mean that even if something goes wrong, we'll be able to heal up very quickly. So I think it's usually worth buying Fairy when you see it, even on non-regeneration focused builds. Can always count on those tentacles to give you something to bounce shots off of, because they have a lot of health and aren't otherwise very threatening, so you can just play near those tentacles. Even at this point, if we found a hunting trophy, we'd be very happy. As you can see, we're leaving 100 on the ground, just because we're bouncing shots everywhere. I'm going to roll... The melee damage would be nice, but I think we can do better than that. And yeah, percent damage is better for us as well here. Lucky Coin, just an insane find. That's going to give us 100 luck, because we have massive crit chance, so that's awesome. I will also... Let's upgrade our weapon first. We'll buy the tentacle. That's even more luck as well. And then we'll lock the fairy. Lucky Coin, just incredible for this character, of course. So now we should be dropping a lot of crates with 150 luck. I'll be disappointed if we don't get 4 crates this wave. Sharp Bullet, as you can see, is making my wave clear much, much better as well. We're able to clear through large groups of enemies much faster, because every bounce also pierces, so it makes your overall damage output significantly higher. Alright, there's 2 crates. Running under par so far. Come on, game. Get it together. Running out of time. Only 2 crates. Alright, well, my day is ruined. I will take this crit chance, even though this puts us well over the maximum we need for 100% critical hit. It also gives us 12 luck. And lets us reduce our crit chance if we find items that we want to take, like metal or whatever, that reduce crit chance. We'll recycle Cog, because that doesn't do anything for us. I really don't need the lifesteal now, because we've got 12% and we're about to buy Fairy, so I think we'll just take 14 luck. No, I'm going to roll. We could use move speed, we could use attack speed. There's a lot of things we can take from our level 20 upgrade that are better for us. Armor would be nice too, but I'm going to take the attack speed here. Fairy, I will take. Alloy, I will take. In part, just because we have Lucky Coin. Then I'll reroll by Gentle Alien. And nothing else here that we need. So I'm not going to reroll for 32. Let's fight the Elite. This Elite really not bad for us because it's slow moving, so we can just stand near it and focus it. It's going to like move away from us and summon aliens, but summoning stuff just doesn't matter because we have all these bouncing and piercing shots, so we'll clear through the summons very, very quickly. Not to mention that we critically hit everything, so summons give us lots of healing from our multiple tentacles. So, easy Elite. You can see how quickly we heal up thanks to even 12% lifesteal or however much we have is just plenty when you have all these bouncing shots. Like, you can go to 15, but 10 is usually just fine for a bouncing shots build with Slingshot or Shuriken. Or, a little bit harder with Lightning Shiv, just because Lightning Shiv requires you to be in melee to activate the bounce, but even still there, it works pretty well. We'll take Focus, for sure. Decent damage, and... I guess we've ended up with 7 elemental damage somehow, so I'll take the Scared Sausage. This just adds a little bit to our damage. It's not going to be a big boost, but it gives me a regen from Fairy and gives me some fire, which is just fun. Rerolling here because I think we can do better, and 15 luck to go over 200. I really don't think we need that. I'll just take the HP. Yeah, sure, I'll take another scared sausage, and do we want Wolf Helmet? 10 elemental damage for our 2 scared sausages is actually not bad. I'll take it, and we'll take the whetstone as well. Get kind of a fun gimmick at the end of this run, and we'll take Terrified Onion. Yes, we lose 4 luck, but we have more than 200, and this also is worth 4 damage. I could take Boxing Glove, because if you get knockback on the shurikens, it just bounces everything all over the map, but we have Whetstone, so it wouldn't do anything. And then I don't really need any of this. Because we have bouncing shots, the elemental damage on the scared sausage is getting applied all over the map. So that's why I think if you were playing strictly for like the most optimal play, you wouldn't have bought it, but it's fun and it does contribute to our wave clear a little bit. Will be a reasonable source of extra damage against the bosses at the end of the game. Probably will add up to, I don't know, 500 or 1,000 damage against them, which is like 2 volleys of attacks, but if that saves us 2 seconds, it saves us 2 seconds, which is, you know, 2 seconds that we're not spending dodging. Although I suppose it is also 2 seconds less of video that you guys get to watch, so you win some, you lose some. Let's recycle this. It's wave 18, so the harvesting isn't going to do anything, but we'll definitely take Pumpkin. We have piercing shots, and I'm going to reroll here again. I'm looking for just things that do more for us. I'll just take the 4 melee damage. I'll buy the Insanity again because increased crit chance just gives us more luck, and that is kind of fun. And then do I want Energy Bracelet? Now that we have the 2 scared sausages, I think we actually do. Sure, another wolf helmet. Again, these are not the purchases that you would make if you were playing strictly for the most powerful build, but I think they are just fun, so we're going to go with it. We'll lock the Shuriken here. Alien Eyes could help us burst down the elites a little faster, or the bosses a little faster, so we'll lock that. People sometimes get really mad when you buy Alien Eyes. For whatever reason, that item just drives a particular strain of idiot berserk. And so I also just like to buy it for that reason. They're not, it's a fairly inefficient source of damage, but can actually be used pretty effectively to help burst down the bosses, because each tick of Alien Eyes, if you hit with all 6 shots on a boss, is like 500 damage. So it's basically every 3 seconds you get an extra wave of attacks. If you're just going for the fastest possible boss kills, it's often worth picking up. We'll recycle the cog. Bag, we are not going to buy here because we're going into wave 20, so unfortunately that was too late for the bag. Here we are going to roll past lifesteal. We really don't need it. I'll take 9% speed. That will help a lot with the boss fights. We are just going to recycle this level 1 shuriken to buy the level 3, buy the Alien Eyes, and roll. And then I don't really need the acid, so let's roll again. Jetpack. I guess that's 15% damage, so we do lose an armor and some max HP, and the dodge doesn't matter, but the move speed and damage is still good, so we'll just do that. I think that's better than what we would have found if we'd rolled, just 15% damage. Plus, now I'm really fast. So, you want to stand, like, in the bosses when you fire your Alien Eyes so that multiple projectiles hit them. I also do need to be a little careful because we're a lifesteal based, our regeneration is lifesteal based, so if I am not careful, I can end up not having healing because there's fewer enemies on the field in this wave. So you actually do have to play that wave a little bit carefully when you have lifesteal-based healing, just because there's so many fewer enemies. You can run out of things to heal off of, especially if your damage is good, as ours was, and it can kill stuff really quickly. So you can see we did 3,000 damage with the Alien Eyes, not obviously incredible, but just burst down the bosses a little bit faster. And then how'd the Scared Sausages do? 5,000 damage across the two of them, and we had them for several waves and bought Wolf Helmet. So definitely, as you can see, didn't pay for themselves, but was a fun addition to the build. Alright, my friends, that is the crazy with the Shuriken. I think overall this was just a very clean build. We just bought Critical Strike, we bought melee damage, and we killed enemies. And it was fun to play. 5 Broken Mouths is pretty nice too, having found 5 of those, and 4 Defective Steroids gave us a lot of boost to our max HP. So we ended up with 100 max HP without even really focusing on buying it. Only 2 armor at the end and no dodge, which was a little risky, but the very high healing and very high burst damage of this build let us get away with that. And of course, as always, my friends, if you have enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a comment and like the video. Both of those things help me out a ton with the algorithm. And you can subscribe to my channel for more Brotato videos and other strategy game content. Cheers, folks. I'll catch you next time.